It has been known by many names, but I know it as Stalingrad, City of Blood.
What it is, guys, my name is Swifterrs, and today I'm coming at you guys with a pretty special video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 things that you might have missed within the brand new Gorod Krovi Zombies DLC 3 trailer. Now, all of the things that I'm going to be pointing out are pretty nitpicky. At the same time, some of you guys who watch these trailers very in depth may be familiar with some of the things that I'm about to mention, and that is alright. Overall, I hope you guys do go to enjoy today's video, and if you do, drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Also, make sure to check out all of my previous uploads regarding this map because I have been uploading a ton and I do plan on continuing to do so. The links to all of those videos can be found in the description below. With all of that being said, let's get started with 10 things you might have missed about the Gorod Krovi Zombies DLC 3 trailer. Alright guys, now the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is in the very beginning of this trailer, and as you guys can see, we do have this truck. Now this truck is very similar to that of the trucks that can be found on Shadows of Evil. Now there are a couple of options as to why it looks like this. The first of which being is that this map could very well take place in the same time era as Shadows of Evil, but another plausible theory is that our universes are bleeding into one another, and this could very well be true because we've seen this exact same effect in Der Eisenjock, where parallel universes bleed into other universes. So this could be what's occurring right now. We do have some of the Shadows of Evil universe bleeding into our Gorod Krovi universe as well. Now, as we progress chronologically through this trailer, we come to this next scene. We've got a bunch of dead bodies on the ground, but the thing that I wanted to point out is that there's actually a sign over here on the left-hand side that says Belinsky Square. Now, as you guys probably know, our character Nikolai's last name is Belinsky. Now, this is extremely interesting because Nikolai 2.0 has yet to be at this location. However, Nikolai 1.0 has already been here. Now, it's very possible that Nikolai and his family were rather prestigious, and that is why this square has Belinsky Square written on it. I was always under the impression that Nikolai and his family were rather poor, but it's very interesting that this sign says Belinsky Square. Now, the next thing that I wanted to point out, you guys probably already know about. As you guys can see on the left-hand side, we do have a power switch. From the looks of it, it does appear that Gorod Krovi will only have one power switch. No buildable power switch, no water buckets to turn on the power with two different locations, and then eventually turning on the power like we had in Zetsubo no Shima. It does appear, as of now, that there is a single power switch, which is very, very exciting. Now, the fourth thing that I wanted to point out that you guys probably saw but may not have paid close attention to is that this is a mounted machine gun. It is a mounted MG42, and that is very exciting because we haven't seen something like this since Black Ops 1. Now, of course, with World at War Zombies, I believe we were able to mount the MG42 on Noctur und Toten, and then with Black Ops 1 on Kinder der Toten, we had that MG42 automatic machine gun that turned on in both the MP40 and Speed Color Room, as well as on the stage. But it's very exciting to see a mounted MG42 machine gun coming back in Gorod Krovi. As of now, we don't know if this is an automatic gun like it was on Kinder der Toten, or a weapon that we can mount like we had on World at War. Now, the next thing that I wanted to point out in this scene with our red-eyed zombie running at our character can actually be found in the back left-hand side. As you guys can see, we do have the Quick Revive Perk Machine, and the reason why this is so important is because Quick Revive oftentimes spawns in the starting room, or is at least very close to that spawn room, and the reason why this is important is because this scene allows us to get a general understanding as to where exactly our starting room is. Now, with this next scene, there are two important things that I wanted to point out, the first of which can be found in the bottom left-hand corner. As you guys can see, we do have a dragon's head, a dead dragon, of course, and this is really interesting because throughout the trailer, we can see multiple dragons, and it's very weird to see a dead dragon, and it only makes us wonder, how did this dragon die, and how many dragons really are there? Because obviously dragons are most likely a very rare species, and to have this dead dragon only makes me wonder, how did it die? Did it die in some sort of battle? Did the zombies get to it? What is going on, and why is there a dead dragon? The next thing that I wanted to point out is the giant robot in the very back. Of course, this robot is very similar to that of the robots that can be found on Origins, maybe even the robot head on the giant or the broken giant robot on Der Eisenjock. But the thing that differentiates this one from all of those previous robots is that this robot has a Russian star on its chest, whereas all of our previous giant robots had the Nazi Iron Cross. So it appears that Germany was not the only country producing these giant robots. The next thing that I wanted to point out can be seen in this scene right here, where we have our giant dragon completely obliterating these zombies with its fire. Now, there is a specific quote that Nikolai says that gives us a ton of interesting information about how we can actually control these dragons, which I'll play for you guys right now.
We don't need any fire here, dragon. I do not feel cold.
So as you guys just heard, Nikolai was talking to the dragon and telling it, we don't need any fire here. So what this is implying is that we're actually able to control where exactly this dragon breathes fire around the map, which is pretty exciting, and I cannot wait to further see how exactly we can control this dragon. Now, the next thing that I wanted to point out is pretty difficult to see. It goes by very quickly, but I have it paused, and as you guys can see on the left-hand side, we do have the Der Wonder Fizz, which is the random perk machine that we first had in Origins, and this is very exciting because it will most likely allow us to acquire perks that are not actually in the map in the form of a perk machine. Now, the final thing that I wanted to point out in today's video happens literally right now, and it happens so quickly. I do think a lot of people missed it when breaking down this trailer. As you guys can see in the top left-hand corner, we do have the Speed Cola perk machine. Now, there was never a question of Speed Cola being incorporated into this map, but I wanted to point it out because I did think it was pretty interesting to see where exactly this perk machine is located in regard to the scene that is happening right now. It just gives us a little bit of understanding as to where exactly these perk machines are located, and as I said, I do think a lot of people missed seeing this when they originally broke down this awesome trailer. But overall, there you guys have it, 10 things that you might have missed within the brand new Gorod Krovi Zombies DLC 3 trailer. I hope you guys did go on to enjoy today's video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Also, share this video if you guys did find it enjoyable and informational. As I said, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be posting a ton of insane videos regarding this upcoming map. With all of that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later. Peace.